Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Assalamu alaikum, everybody. Hope you all are doing well. Welcome again to another investing analysis. Let's go and see what we have done. But before we go, I want to say something to you. If you rely on market, you will always lose. But if you rely on Allah, He will guide you in a way that you will position yourself in the market and you will win. Because He always makes a way out for those who believe in Him. So, that being said, let's go and see what's happening in the market. Now, if you remember, last time we talked was Ethereum at this resistance and it was trying to break out. Then I told you that for me a breakout is when the zone is fully broken, like it have a big candle above this zone, then we get a proper retest and that is a confirmed breakout. Other than that, I said that it's take profit level and you can get out with your funds and wait for the prices to come down. Then I showed you as well in another chart this scenario that I made a drawing. Something is wrong. Okay. Bad internet, which was this, that I said it will come and touch around this area, then it can fall back to this zone. But then some things changed and we had to bounce from this resistance. So this is a bigger view on daily and weekly, which could still happen. It could still happen, but we need to see everything step by step, level by level, of why I gave you the signal on our group for all the public, for everybody, all our members. And you saw why I gave it, and the price was at that point 4,360. Uh, it was right at this point. So this was my first analysis, which was this zone, which in shorter time frame it confirms that in here we have a proper demand level and we can buy it. And what was the risk? Just 2%. I told you the risk is 2%. It's a conditional buy order. You need to see what is going to happen in daily and how that is going to close. So as you can see, the daily as well was a great dump and it closed right on this. So when it closes here, we know from our technical analysis perspective and our strategy that this is actually not a fully broken level and it could go up. So this was Ethereum actually, and so far we have been making 3 to up to 5%. So it went to this resistance that you're actually seeing here. Now, what could change the course of market? We're going to discuss about that. But before that, we need to see what happened to Bitcoin and why did we get this dump. It was an obvious dump. Don't tell me I didn't tell you before. Our price was from what? 112,000 to 110, which 110 is around these prices. And if you can see that there was a actual wick here and we didn't fully break this level. So as long as $110,000 level is holding, we're good. So the price, the candle's body actually closed at $110,088. This is the wick. This is the place where everybody panic sells and they actually lose. And it led us to this demand level, which is from 109 to $107,000, which is the next level. Now, in order to completely turn back bullish and we see the same performance that we had before, we have to reclaim this level at least by tonight or tomorrow. Other than that, it will not be good for us. Then we can still go lower to 107,000. Then it's still for BTC, it's that 2%. Maybe a little bit more than 2%, 2.3%. But the point is that this is the previous all-time high, and these are all the range that it was trying to break, and until it fell here, which was war at that time. Then we had a proper recovery, which led to the breakout and another all-time high, which was the top of the market that I have mentioned here for you. Now, this, you see, we had a good rally. we had a drop, then we had another uh, small rally back to this all-time high. Now I made this drawing before anyway, so these were all confirmed. We did it properly. You know, we use high time frame. We don't go and chase the small time frame because they're mostly inaccurate and they get manipulated by the bigger players. So in order to understand them, we need to act like them. That's why daily is very very important. They cannot change daily. There's a lot of things that I consider about daily, which inshallah in the future I'm going to discuss. That it's actually more of my own belief system of why every day is a new day, and they cannot manipulate that. If you are available every day, you're still gonna win and you will beat the entire market. You will be absolutely destroying the market, but let's not yet use that word. So it's still trying to hold this level, and it's clearly a lower low here that we have now. What can be bad is that if this is a confirmed breakout of this trend line, so you can see here we are forming a downtrend in BTC. If this is not reclaimed properly, then it will be bad. So if this is reclaimed, it can lead us back to these levels. Uh, Otherwise, this could go like this and fall below, which is not going to be good for the short term at least. So it's still Bitcoin. And yeah, we talked about that, and the level, our level held perfectly. Now if you see Bitcoin is not performing well, which is so obvious, because I have mentioned for you before that the gains for BTC is almost over. Now when the rotation happens, it goes from the major coins. For us, for now, just the biggest one is Bitcoin. The second one comes Ethereum, then the other one. So the rotation is now actually happening on Ethereum. That's what we're focusing right now. So we're buying more of Ethereum than Bitcoin, and I'm personally not even holding or buying Bitcoin because it's not much profitable. And if you see from this level when we bought, it actually went to 5% profit so far. Now on the other hand, we have Solana, which same. We bought right here last night at 186, 187. So far you can see that it went around 3%. It's down just a little bit, but that's not our concern, and because we use high time frame. Now it all, you can see that the market still has room to come to these levels. That's why our stop loss is 2% only at these levels, because just in case something goes wrong, we don't want to lose our funds here. We want to be very very careful with it because of the volatility that is there. Same for Dogecoin. You can see that it bounced. It's clearly holding this level. And don't forget that I have told you all of these at these levels to sell, because those were not broken. And you can see the accuracy of our trades are perfectly holding their position. Now this was also the actual drawing while we sold here, and it was trying to break out here. Everybody was trying to buy these levels, and you can see that a lot of people bought and they're losing. How much? So far they're losing 10% of their capital due to price coming down. So they are not actually losing. They're, if they sell, they will make a loss of 10%. Anyways, and I also talked about gold against Bitcoin, that it's getting very strong here. So if this turns around, then uh, we will see pullback in Bitcoin, which we did. Now, on another view, this is actually not a trend line, so you should know. If we see it this way, if we see it from this perspective, what do we see? Doesn't make sense to do it from there. To put our trend line, none of these are making sense right now. The only thing that is making sense is this level. Once this is broken, then the other ones will make sense. So far you can see that this trend, which is a small trend, is broken. So gold against Bitcoin is at the moment strong, and gold is also strong because of this consolidation that was happening. It was right around these areas that I told you that the gold is going to go up. So all of them are happening the exact same way now. Uh, US dollar against the entire currencies is getting weakened. As long as it stays above this level, we're good. USD CAD also rejected perfectly, which was our analysis. I think the market is done going up for US dollar. This was it, I think, for the entire market, but we still need to be very, very careful. We can have a very good recovery very soon. Now, let me take you to USD dominance chart, which you can see that this trend line is still being held as long as this horizontal resistance that we have is being held. It wasn't a breakout. You see, the price actually came to this level and it's not a breakout, and this level is perfectly holding. But now on a lower time frame, we can see a good rejection candle, which if it stays like this, then it's good for the entire market. USDT will keep on getting dumped. People will buy back crypto. Total total came back to this level of demand. So if we clean the chart, let's clean the chart because it is getting again complicated. If you see my chart, it's unlike everyone else. I don't use colors here. It's just black and white. The background is black because I like it this way. Most of the time I see it at night, so it's comfortable for my eyes. But on the other hand, I can see these white candles perfectly fine. So if I use white and I use black, I can still do that, but this way it's perfectly clean chart for me. So now if we come and see how is this looking for us, is that we have a level, which is this level, that was a breakout. This is a clear breakout. Let me show you closer. So this candle was perfectly broken and it was retested, then it held, and again it held, then it led to this wick higher. So let's uh, mark this level as well. Now this is the total chart of the entire cryptocurrency market. Now if we come and see on a line chart, you can see that we have a level here and we have a level here. But what we do is actually we want to see the wicks as well. So the wicks continue. If we take the support and the resistance, both of them, the wicks continue till here. Now, the only thing that makes sense for me to put all the supports together is this level. Now, it can come back the same way it touched this place. It can still come and do this, then continue going up. So you need to remember and don't come later and tell me that I didn't tell you. Because I am telling you right now that it could still happen, because this is the level where the most of the demand lies. And now this doesn't mean that there's a liquidation level here, because this is the total chart and people don't trade the total chart. It's just for viewing the entire market where it's being headed. So on a higher time frame, it's still very much bullish. There is nothing wrong with this chart, and if we put our trend line here, it's still following. Now that drop that I told you that is going to bring us to this level, what can it do to Bitcoin and Ethereum and Solana and all of these? We're gonna explore that, and I will tell you my view right at the end of the video once we finish the whole analysis of the entire market. Now, Let's go and see total 2. So total 2, the same way, it has another level which is the all-time high of it, which is this level. Same way for Ethereum, it hasn't broken, right? So this is excluding Bitcoin. That's why you see this pattern, because this is for Ethereum. Now, this level that for very long it was being rejected, it is broken. So this is that breakout candle that made this breakout happen, and this was actually a fake out lower to confirm this trend, nothing else. Now, if we correct it a little bit, we are still on the third touch of this trend line, which it shows us that market is still trending upward, and it can go and lead to another rally like this, which will take Ethereum to around $6,000-7,000 levels, inshallah, in the future months to come. Now, as long as these levels are holding, we should come and see that, okay, this is a level, but we do have another level below it, which is the last point that if we consider keeping this trend on, this is the last place we want to hold. So even if price drops like this, we should expect it to come back down, and it should reclaim this level, and it should reclaim this trend line. Now, if it breaks this, then it should come and do this in order for us to go up. It should reclaim the level that it's broken. Otherwise, if it r- drops and it gets rejected, then you should know to get out, because the next drop is going to be significant. So I am preparing you for both scenarios, because nobody actually knows what is going to happen. We just have to position ourselves that way. So far, it's still on demand. It should go up again, because we just retested the previous high in this, but not the all-time high. So this is the area that everything will go crazy once we go above this level, which is 1.7 trillion on total 2. Now let's see total 3. Total 3, again, it's holding this perfectly fine. And why this level? Because previously, if you see, we had this demand. Now it was broken, and then it went up, then it was tested again, then it went up. So now this lower level has become an area of like a proper zone, which we can look into. So nothing is wrong with any of these supports as well. It's just we need to take these now under consideration, that it is a proper level. So you can see that this is also holding perfectly fine, and the trend line in this is also holding perfectly fine. Mm, yeah, so something like this is relevant. So as long as we stay above this, nothing is wrong. These smaller levels, it can get rejected from levels like these. So if just in case the market turns around, you need to look at levels like this, that what is going to happen to these levels if things go wrong. Okay. Now let's go see at Bitcoin dominance. Now this chart confirms that Bitcoin is now people are not so much interested in Bitcoin, but even if they come and buy Bitcoin, Bitcoin will slowly move up, while Ethereum and everything else will go up very nicely. Now, I was waiting, I actually had this line a little bit down, but if you put it in any way, shape, or form, it still confirms that we're going down. So for now, I am taking this support, because we can see this rejection perfectly happening from this level of that it was previously support. Now it has turned to a resistant level. Now Bitcoin dominance is falling, which is very good. Market is bullish. So what is left? let's go and see back. So I just explained to you the total chart and what it could happen. So what are you going to see is if there is still a weakness, we have our stop loss here. Everybody knows that we have our stop loss here. You see, it can do all these things, then it can go up. So a lot of people will lose hope and they get out here. Same for Ethereum. If just in case if it comes down, these are the last points that we need to uh, see, because after that this parabolic trend is going to be broken and we will see these lower levels and the market will start creating higher lows. So if this level is broken, imagine if this level is broken, then this will become a downtrend. Then we will have to reclaim this level in order to not confirm the downtrend. Otherwise, it will just keep on going down and it will be another, maybe, who knows, a bear market. So, while we are coming to the, like, if this market continues, we're going to see a proper alt season, which we are facing, and a lot of coins, especially the tokens and smaller coins and everything we're talking about in private group, they're all performing very well. Now, just in case things go bad, you need to check at ETH BTC, because this chart determines everything. Now, if you can see, this is also getting strong, and it is still holding this line, which is a support here. This is not broken fully, this resistance that we have, but it can be broken, and maybe I might be wrong at this parabolic run. So if you make this a little bit closer, does it make sense now? Does this make sense? Just like Ethereum, then if that's the case, then we are still in parabolic run on ETH BTC chart, which, let me see it from another perspective. Let's delete all this, okay? Let's come to monthly. Okay. Okay, this is the low of it, which we bought everything here, like Ethereum. And this is obviously a proper level now. If let's first take the support levels, which is this level, and another one, a big one, is here, which we still haven't broken. So there's this range that will be very good for us. Now we still have this, there is one trend line like this. If we see it on a line chart, which we are going toward this level. So this is the level that is juicy for everybody. Once we reach here, uh, we should take a lot of profits, especially in uh, tokens of Ethereum. But once we are out of this level, then it will be good. Now you see these spikes, they won't mean much once we cross this level. So if we take the top wicks, we can even, it's such a complicated chart, but we should simplify it. So let's just take this level and consider this as the level of supply, because once all these are taken out, like so, then this will be the retest, and it will really push hard, and it might even break this level. Okay, so this is a longer view. You're seeing that we are in monthly chart, because we are looking at 2026, next year, performance. So don't have this as an speculation, it's all just the probabilities. So if you see now, we are in a level of what resistance, like this has already reached exactly. That's why we had this fall. So Ethereum needs to break this level. Like Ethereum BTC must break this in order for us to go higher. Okay. No. Okay. Yeah, perfectly fine. So this level of us needs to be broken. Again, it's the same thing. We did our analysis. Now we have another level to look forward to, which this trend line was already broken. That's fine. Now we are reaching this end, which is the next trend line that we need to break. Once this bigger one is broken, I believe that will be the proper alt season that everything is going to blast. Everything will go to the moon, as we call it, moon, whatever. That's the phrase or the sentence everyone uses in crypto. Okay, so far everything is good. Solana against Ethereum. I'm a little weak here. Against Bitcoin, it should be strongest. Um, yes, it's following the map a little bit lower, a little bit higher. So you see, it's following it perfectly, not a little bit. Like it's don't don't consider this exactly how it looks like. So it's just for showing you how things are. Okay, so everything is good for now. You have your stop losses, you have all your levels cleared. We are in a like back to where we should be, and the maximum risk as well, just in case things go bad. Now this also doesn't indicate that we will certainly go down, because the spin bar is happening in this support. We should expect it to bounce back, but if it does come down, this is the last level you will be holding Bitcoin, if you are holding Bitcoin. That's all for now. Inshallah, if there's anything else, I will update you guys in our group. So if you are not part of our community, you can still join, while we are still accepting you as our member. We will always, of course, accept you as our member. But what we can't be providing in the future will be our courses for free. So I already put the first module, which is amazing module. It teaches you a lot about the basics of crypto and how you can transfer and do all those stuff. If you still want to get it, it's for free until the 1st of September. After that, that will also turn to our paid membership and paid education systems, because we want to be fair with our students. Everybody should come and learn first, then you will get all those signals as well, and we will only be providing just Bitcoin as a signal, uh, which we are actually providing signals for all of these in the group, like 4 major coins, which you can gain a lot from these, but everybody needs to, for the future, join our premium membership. It is actually the cheapest in the entire world, because we want everybody to be able to afford it. With all the efforts that we put, it's nothing against what we're taking from you. So I hope you enjoyed everything so far, and if you do appreciate, hit the like button so it reaches to more people, and also subscribe so you can see the future videos. We are not going to make any money. That's our plan from YouTube. We're just going to concentrate on our cryptocurrency portfolios. I'll see you inshallah in the next analysis video. Take care.